Okay, so today I want to talk about factoring. And before we get into how to factor, I want to think what factoring really is. And factoring is really undoing distribution. So in this problem, I could see that they distributed a 3. And so I undo that by pulling out the 3. Now the problem is it's a little bit harder to factor is when they don't give you just a number that you can pull out. So we see in this case, we don't have a number that we could see that was multiplied to each thing. So generally that means there is 2 binomials that were multiplied together to give us this. Now the problem with that is there's not a good way for us to see like what kind of things we should put here or here or here or here. So that's what we're going to try to learn today how to do, and we're going to look for some patterns. So I'm going to look at binomials, I'm going to distribute them, and I'm going to see if we can notice any patterns. So let's distribute this one. So I get x squared plus 3x plus 5x plus 15. Well, that will give me x squared plus 8x plus 15. And I look at this and I go, how do these numbers relate to this number, this number? Well, I'm not quite sure yet. Let's try another example. And let's keep seeing if we can identify this pattern. So I distribute again. So I get x squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15. And again, let's try to see, after simplifying, what the pattern would be. So again, I care about, minus 15. Can't write today. But again, I want to see how this number and this number relates to this number and this number. And maybe I'm not quite sure yet, so let's do one more example, see if we can figure it out. So we get x squared minus 5x minus 3x plus 15 and you want to set how are these numbers related. So give yourself a second, try to figure it out, and then I will in a second help explain that answer to you, but try those problems before you move on.